Thank you so much for joining me today. We may have to continue in part 2 tomorrow with this if I can't get through it all today, but I have some summaries to do. I have to introduce you to some characters, have to explain something. We're going to be in 2 Kings, but you can also go to 2 Chronicles 34 and get this same story that I'm going to share with you. For most of this will be in 2 Chronicles 34. Okay, so there's a passage that I'm going to share that refers to King Josiah being to David being his father, King David being his father. King David is a great, etc., many generations back grandfather. He is not his literal figurative father. So I wanted to explain that because otherwise it's confusing. Okay, so we have Manasseh, who is a king in 2 Kings 21, and he's evil. And if you want to read about the evil things that he does, read 2 Kings 21. And then Manasseh's son Amon becomes the king after Manasseh died, and Amon is evil as well. But Amon isn't king very long because he dies, and then his son Josiah is going to be the king. So we have Josiah, his dad Amon, the king is evil. His grandfather Manasseh, the king is evil. And many generations back is King David. King David had Solomon, etc., genealogy-wise. Okay, wanted to explain all of that. So beginning in 2 Kings chapter 22, here's what it says. Josiah was 8 years old when he became king, and he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Jedediah, the daughter of Adai of Bozkath, and he did what was right in the sight of the Lord and walked in all the ways of his father David. He did not turn aside to the right hand or the left. So I needed to give you that genealogy for this to make sense. When he's referred to his father David, it is many generations back of King David. So we see we see that Josiah had an evil dad, an evil grandfather, but we know the lineage because he comes from David. And so we see what Josiah is going to do here as we start in verse 3 of 2 Chronicles 22. Now it came to pass in the 18th year of King Josiah that he sent Shaphan the scribe, the son of Azaliah, the son of Meshullam, to the house of the Lord, saying, Go up to Hilkiah the high priest, that he may count the money which has been brought into the house of the Lord, which the doorkeepers have gathered from the people, and let them deliver it to the hand of those doing the work, who are the overseers in the house of the Lord. Let them give it to those who are in the house of the Lord doing the work, to repair the damages of the house, to carpenters and builders and masons, and to buy timber and hew stone to repair the house. However, they need be no accounting made to them of the money delivered into their hand, because they deal faithfully. So we know now this little bit of history, and we see that Josiah, he's going to be different from his father and his grandfather. Okay, so then in verse 8 of 2 Kings 22, it says this. Then Hilkiah the high priest said to Shaphan the scribe, Hey, I found this book of the law. So basically that's what he finds in the house of the Lord. So Hilkiah gives the book to Shaphan to read it. So Shaphan then went to the king Josiah and basically has this story about what's going on. Okay, so he says, Your servants have gathered the money that was found in the house and have delivered it to the hand of those who do the work, who oversee the house of the Lord. Then Shaphan the scribe showed the king, saying, Hilkiah the priest has given me a book. And Shaphan read it before the king. Okay, so we have Josiah, who had an evil dad, evil grandfather, but came from the lineage of David, sends his scribe to Hilkiah the high priest. We've got to get this money to them for the repairs that need to be made. And Hilkiah says, Hey, I found this book. And Shaphan, then the scribe, is going to read it before the king. We are definitely out of time. We're going to pick up tomorrow. We'll be done tomorrow in this section. This isn't going to be multiple days other than tomorrow. So please join me. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.